Are Phoibos watches as good as they say they are? In the past few years, you might have seen many watch enthusiasts and watch reviewers go crazy over this Hong Kong-based micro brand. This is the 2023 Phoibos Eagle Ray Quartz GMT, the first Phoibos watch to be featured on this channel. I'm excited to finally get my hands on a Phoibos so I can try and find out, is it worth the hype? And even more importantly, is it worth your money? Hi guys, welcome to my affordable watch collection. My name is Aviv, and in today's video we are going to go in depth with this 300 meters super compressor dive watch. We are going to go over all the specs and measurements, the pros and the cons, and by the end of this video you should be able to decide for yourselves whether or not you want to add one of these to your own affordable watch collection. Before we start, and for the sake of full disclosure, this watch was sent to me from Phoibos for free for review, and I do get to keep it after I'm done. With that said, other than providing the watch and being very patient with me being away for the past few months, the company had nothing to do with the content of this video, and you are always going to get my own honest opinions of any watch I review. Let's first talk about the brand for a moment. In 2016, Ethan Goh and Emily Feng, a young travel-loving couple, started the brand, inspired by a trip they took to Greece. And indeed, the name Phoibos comes from ancient Greek mythology, as it is the other name of the god of light and sun, Apollo. Their goal was to create watches that are both functional and classy. A few different dial options are available for you to choose from. I have to say that I'm happy Phoibos chose the color they wanted me to review, because if I had to choose one myself, I'd still be trying to make up my mind. Price is $240 for the Eagle Ray on a rubber strap, but they do offer a 15% discount if you sign up to their newsletter. Let's go over the packaging really quickly, because we have a lot to cover today. Inside this nice branded and corduroy wrapped box, you get an instruction manual, a second instruction leaflet specific to the movement inside this watch, a 30 days money-back guarantee if for some reason you are not satisfied with your purchase, a repair application form, and a 1-year international warranty card, as is common with Quartz watches. The watch itself rests securely on a padded cushion. Here are the measurements. Coming in with a 41mm wide case, the watch is relatively slim at 12mm. That's including the slightly protruding crystal. The distance between the lugs, if you fancy a strap change, is 20mm, lug tip to lug tip is 47mm, and the watch weighs 84 grams. Water resistance is 300 meters, making the Eagle Ray a more than capable dive watch. The dial, I think you can agree, is pretty incredible. A beautiful shade of burgundy with a well-executed fuming effect that really makes it look alive. A silver-colored railroad minute track surrounds the dial, and there's a set of applied, highly polished and lume-filled indices after that. We have a double baton distinguishing the 12 o'clock position, single batons at the 6 and 9, and circle indices everywhere else except for the 3 o'clock position where a date complication window is present, framed with an applied metal frame. Under the 12 o'clock marker we find probably the best looking Chinese brand logo printed in silver, a crowned octopus emerging from the waves, together with 3 stars. Now I asked Phoibos for the meaning of their logo because I was really intrigued by it and got a very interesting answer. They were very happy I asked and told me that the octopus is the way to pay their respects to the sea, as it is an ancient creature that is stronger than it appears, symbolizing flexibility, creativity, intelligence, expansion, and unpredictability. The crown symbolizes the company's ambition to offer the best quality dive watches to their customers, while the 3 stars represents novelty, durability, and versatility, the 3 traits that direct Phoibos when designing their watches. The thought process behind the logo and the notable enthusiasm for the opportunity to share its meaning tells a lot about Phoibos as a brand, and I think it makes them stand out from the crowd of Chinese brands that slap a bunch of random letters on their dials and call it a day. The wording above the 6 o'clock marker was kept minimal, GMT, and 300 meters, referring of course to the water resistance. The hour and minute hands are rectangular blocks with syringe-style tips, which makes it possible for them to be packed full with lume. The needle seconds hand has a lumed lollipop about 3/4 of the way to the tip, and of course a fourth GMT hand is also present, and it too packs a decent amount of lume on its red arrowhead tip. The Eagle Ray is equipped with an inner, bi-directional rotating bezel, with fully lumed 24 hours GMT markings on it. It operates nice and smoothly, using the crown at the 2 o'clock position. There are no alignment issues, which is always a good thing to see. Now here is a lume shot for you. No less than 12 layers of BGW9 Superluminova lume compound were applied on the hands, indices and bezel markings. And it really seems to be very effective, as this watch lights up like a Christmas tree whenever you're in the dark, or even enter a slightly darker room. In terms of longevity, the lume does hold up the entire night, which makes it a great nightstand companion. Covering the dial is a double-domed sapphire crystal with 3 layers of anti-reflective undercoating. It protrudes slightly over the bezel and has a beveled edge. The stainless steel case is treated to a bead-blasted finish all around, with the exception of a thin coin-edged bezel, which is highly polished to give a nice and elegant contrast. The side profile is slim, and the lugs curve down to make the watch hug your wrist. Both crowns screw down into place and engage and disengage smoothly. You saw that the 2 o'clock crown controls the rotation of the bezel, and the 4 o'clock crown controls the other features of the watch. On the first position you can change the date, and the position of the GMT hand, and the second position lets you set your main time. Both crowns are large and textured for easy grip, and both feature the Phoibos octopus logo. The design engraved on the screw-down case back shows you different cities around the world and their corresponding time zones, or the number of hours you need to add to the Greenwich Mean Time to get the time in the city or region you are in. A nice little touch from Phoibos that can save you the need to Google your desired time zone. Also present in the center of the design are some of the watch's specs and information. One major drawback related to the Caseback, in my opinion, is the fact that it is highly polished, which means it is going to scratch and potentially look awful pretty fast. Powering the Eagle Ray is a Ronda 515.24. A veteran Swiss-made 1-jewel quartz GMT movement with a proven track record. Its stated accuracy is -10 to +20 seconds per month, and it should give you up to 45 months of battery life. The watch comes on a black Tropic rubber strap. It is nothing special, but seems to be of good quality. It features quick-release spring bars and a bead-blasted buckle signed with the brand's name. On my 7-inch wrist, it actually wears very well. It is comfortable, it wraps around the wrist very well thanks to that curvature of the lugs and the flexibility of the rubber strap. It looks good too, and is definitely an eye-catcher. I would love it even more if it was just a tiny bit smaller at 39mm. I think it might be a bit more classic as a result. Legibility is great. Those broad hands always pop against the red background, and reading the time is easy enough to do at a glance. Let's take a look at the pros and cons now, starting with the cons. There's not much on this list today, and to be honest, most of it are my own personal preferences. While there's nothing wrong with the finishing of the case, it is done very well. I can actually see it looking better with a brushed finish instead of the bead-blasted one. The second thing I already mentioned, I would love this watch more if it was 39mm in diameter. The last con is an actual concern of mine, and that's the polished finish of the Caseback. If you take that sticker off, the back of the case is going to get scratched and scuffed. A brushed caseback would be a better choice on a tool watch like this one. On the pro side, there sure is a lot to like about the Eagle Ray. For $240, you get an attractive 300 meters double compressor style dive watch with a beautiful Fumi dial, equipped with a good looking sapphire crystal that is going to stay scratch free, a stainless steel case, a decent tropic strap, a decent Swiss movement with all the benefits of a world time complication, and great lume. It is comfortable to wear, very legible, and it is very stylish. So, are Phoibos watches worth the hype? Yes, I think they are. I think that Ethan and Emily's vision and enthusiasm are felt in every element of this watch. They put out original designs and meticulous craftsmanship for reasonable prices. I can definitely see why this brand is so popular. And for $240, is the Eagle Ray worth your money? I think it is. Let me know what you guys think by dropping your comments below. I would especially love to hear about any experience you might have with Phoibos, good or bad. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. You can also follow me on Instagram and get to know me and my collection a little bit better, get all the news about the channel, and connect with me on a more personal level. If you've enjoyed this video, you might enjoy one of these too as well. I want to thank Phoibos for sending this watch in for review, and to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.